Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The world of the bold and the beautiful thrives on passion, heartbreak, and jaw-dropping twists. But what unfolded today left fans speechless and social media in a frenzy. It all started with a seemingly innocent afternoon by the Forrester family's private lake, a place that had witnessed countless romantic moments between Brooke Logan and Ridge Forrester. But what was supposed to be a serene getaway turned into a terrifying incident, one that forced Ridge to confront his deepest feelings and take a stand that could change everything. The morning began peacefully. Brooke, radiant as ever, had been in unusually high spirits. Despite the turbulence of her recent life, her strained relationship with her sister Katie, tension with Hope over Deacon's presence, and her lingering insecurities about Ridge's loyalty, she wanted one day to just feel free. Ridge, sensing her need for escape, suggested they spend the afternoon at the secluded Forrester Lake House. "You deserve this," Ridge had said as he wrapped his arms around her from behind, his voice soft and familiar. Brooke smiled, leaning into him, silently praying this might be the day they'd find their way back to one another completely. But fate had other plans. While Ridge prepared a picnic, Brooke wandered down to the dock, her shoes clicking softly on the wooden planks. She was reflecting on their complicated love story when she noticed something floating in the water, an unfamiliar blue scarf. Assuming it had blown off one of the boats, Brooke bent down to grab it. Suddenly, the dock shifted. A board, weathered and weakened from years of neglect, snapped under her weight. Brooke's scream echoed across the lake as she plunged into the cold water, the scarf still clutched in her hand. The lake, deceptively calm on the surface, hid powerful currents underneath due to recent storms. Within seconds, Brooke was being pulled away, her arms flailing. She gasped for air, but the water filled her lungs faster than she could fight. From the lake house patio, Ridge heard the splash and her cry. He dropped everything, sprinting toward the water. "Logan," he shouted, his voice trembling with panic. Without hesitation, Ridge dove into the lake. His heart pounded not from exertion, but from fear. Fear of losing the woman who had been the love of his life for decades, despite every fight, every breakup, every betrayal. Brooke was struggling, her arms weak, eyes wide with terror. Ridge reached her just as she began to slip beneath the surface. He wrapped his arms around her and kicked hard toward the dock, holding her head above water. "I've got you, Logan. Hold on to me." Every memory of their life together flashed before his eyes. Their first kiss, their countless weddings, the births of their children, the nights of passion and heartbreak. He couldn't let their story end this way, not like this. Pulling her onto the dock, Ridge immediately began CPR. For agonizing seconds, Brooke lay limp in his arms. "Come on, Logan, breathe for me." "Please," Ridge pleaded, his voice breaking. Finally, Brooke coughed violently, water spilling from her mouth as she gasped for air. Ridge held her, trembling, his eyes glistening with tears. "You scared me to death," he whispered, pressing his forehead to hers. Back at the lake house, Brooke sat wrapped in a blanket, still shaken. Ridge hovered over her like a protective shield, his hand never leaving hers. "I thought I lost you," he said softly, his voice raw. For years, Ridge's heart had been torn between Brooke and Taylor Hayes. Their love triangle was legendary in soap opera history. Ridge had recently been leaning toward Taylor again, trying to build a calmer life away from the chaos that often surrounded Brooke. But in that moment, watching Brooke almost die, everything changed for him. "Life is too short for all this back and forth," Ridge admitted, taking Brooke's face in his hands. "I don't want to waste another second pretending my heart isn't where it's always been, with you." Brooke blinked back tears. "Ridge, you don't have to say that just because you saved me." "No, Logan," he said, shaking his head. "Almost losing you made me realize what a fool I've been. You're my true love. You always have been." The emotional confession stunned Brooke. For weeks, she had resigned herself to losing Ridge to Taylor for good. But now, in this raw and honest moment, he was making it clear. His heart had chosen her once again. Just as Ridge leaned in to kiss Brooke, Taylor walked into the lake house, having rushed over after hearing about the incident from Thomas. Her eyes landed on Ridge and Brooke, close and intimate, their hands intertwined. "Is she okay?" Taylor asked, trying to mask the crack in her voice. Ridge stood, his arms still around Brooke protectively. "She's shaken but alive, thanks to being lucky." Taylor looked from Ridge to Brooke and saw it, the old fire in their eyes, reignited. Her heart sank. She had always feared that no matter what happened, Ridge's love for Brooke would always eclipse what he had with her. "You chose her again, didn't you?" Taylor asked softly, already knowing the answer. Ridge's silence said it all. Taylor gave a small nod, tears welling in her eyes, but she turned away before either could see. She loved Ridge enough to let him go, but the pain was unbearable. Amid the emotional turmoil, Brooke pulled out the scarf she had been trying to retrieve when she fell. It wasn't hers. It wasn't Ridge's. In fact, no one recognized it. "That's strange," Ridge said, holding the scarf. It was embroidered with a small, unfamiliar symbol. Who did it belong to? And why was it in the lake near their private property? Brooke's near drowning might not have been an accident at all. The following day, Detective Sanchez arrived after Ridge reported the mysterious scarf and the weakened dockboard. Sanchez examined the area and confirmed what Ridge had feared. The dock had been deliberately tampered with. Someone had loosened the boards, almost ensuring that Brooke would fall if she stepped in the wrong spot. "But who would want to hurt me?" Brooke asked, her voice trembling. Ridge pulled her close. "We're going to find out, Logan. Whoever did this messed with the wrong family." Later that evening, Ridge called an emergency Forrester family meeting. With Eric, Steffi, Thomas, Hope, and even Taylor present, he made a stunning announcement. "I almost lost Brooke today," Ridge began, his voice steady but emotional. "And it made me realize I can't live in limbo anymore. Brooke is my one true love, and I'm choosing her forever. I know that hurts some of you, but I have to follow my heart." The room was silent, except for Taylor's quiet sigh. She stood up, walked over to Ridge, and placed a gentle hand on his arm. "If that's your choice, Ridge, then I respect it. I just hope she makes you happy this time." Brooke stood, tears glistening in her eyes, and took Ridge's hand. "I love you, Ridge. I always have." As Ridge and Brooke embraced, Steffi exchanged a worried glance with Thomas. If someone really tried to hurt Brooke, Steffi whispered, this might only be the beginning. That night, Ridge and Brooke lay together, finally feeling at peace, yet unaware that in the shadows, someone was watching them through the window of the lake house. A figure holding a phone snapped a photo of them, then disappeared into the darkness. The scarf wasn't just random debris. It was a calling card, and the person behind Brooke's near-death experience wasn't done yet. Today's shocking turn of events brought Brooke and Ridge back together in a way no one expected. Their iconic love story, often tested by time and circumstance, seems to have found its way back to center stage. Yet, as this terrifying incident proves, their happiness is fragile, and a dangerous new enemy may already be plotting their next move.